page 26 for a little challenge. One of my great beliefs is that we are much too page-oriented in our generation, and we think that if we do what's on the page, then we've kind of done the song. But as a composer, I'm just immensely aware of how inadequate the page is to transmit the music. It can give you a rough idea of what the pitches are, and it can give you a rough idea of what the rhythms are, but it can't do the mood, can't do how you're going to pronounce the text, it can't do the quality of beat, what's the dance. It doesn't give you any of those things. But if you hear the song first before you start to read it, it's very easy. God designed us with ears. A voice sings, you hear, take it in, and if you echo back what you hear, you don't change it. You know, like teaching a song to little kids. You don't teach it note by note or do it very slow at the beginning and then gradually speed it up as they know it better. No, you do the whole thing. We teach the whole all together. And so I believe, and I've proved it several times, that there's no reason any congregation can't sing 7/8. You just don't tell them they're singing 7/8. Like this. My soul with joy attend, while Jesus silence breaks.
My soul with joy attend, while Jesus silence breaks.
No angel's harp such music yields.
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 As when my Savior speaks.
As when my shepherd speaks.
As when my Savior speaks.
As when my shepherd speaks.
Yeah, I'm doing it too long. I'm just so sure that these odd meters are perfectly singable as long as you hear them first. As far as writing them down, it seemed to me that the real question, even in good notation, is where the triplet comes in each one of these things. You're alternating little groups of 3 and 2. So this one is da da ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba da ba. It's like a 3 with a long first leg. Ya da 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 da, 1 and a 2, 3, 1 and a 2, 3. So once you get that going, it sounds very strange if you interrupt it and then go to 4/4 or something like that. It says, well, where's the triplet? I lost it. I want it again. So that's the reason for those little brackets. We tried all different kinds of things, and that seemed to work the best. We also decided not to use great big time signatures as we have at the beginning, the 7/8. There it doesn't interrupt. But the second measure on the second line, there's a modest little 6 above. That we would put 6/8. And if I wanted to, I could put 3/4 for the next measure. But I don't see any way that we can misaccent that change from 6/8 to 3/4. So I'm not going to instill 6/8 notes in that measure. So, and then we come back to the 7 and stay there to the end. But in most hymnals where you have changing meters, the meters appear both in the treble clef and in the bass clef, and they're very big and they're very black. And it looks like so many fences you have to leap as you go through this piece. And it's much too big. The important thing is that you keep the 8th note the same as you're going all the way along. So you don't really need to know, unless you're conducting, how many beats are in the measure. You just follow each little group as it comes along. So anyway, that's the reason for it's being written this way. Let's see if we can get that swinging kind of feeling to this again. With the words, a 1 and a 2, 3, 1.
My soul with joy attend, while Jesus silence breaks. No angel's harp such music yields, as when my shepherd speaks, as when my shepherd
Another concern I had was that most hymnals just stop when you get to the last note of the song and just leave it there with however much space is there in that measure. I've tried in each case in this collection and in the full hymnal that will follow to give you a turnaround. That's how long I think you should hold it before it goes back to the second verse. And the little rest at the end is the signal to breathe. And then when we come to the final ending, it's possible, of course, to hold it a little bit longer if you want to, but the rhythm always has to continue right through. I need a little bit more accent on the first beat of each measure. Every triplet has three, every little three group has three in it. The others only have two, so we have to push that first note a little bit harder to go that extra distance. My soul with joy attend. Got it? You have a question? That is my error in this piece. It should have a B natural in all of the key signatures, please. B flat, excuse me, B flat. Thank you very much. We discovered that in our class, and it's because I see on the page what I expect to see, and I don't see what is wrong. So, thanks. Where's that tuning fork? Give us a tuning. Give us an F. Good. Right about on. So, my soul with joy. And you have to smile when you sing this one. I mean, there's just no way. Once more. A wonder.
My soul with joy attend, while Jesus silence prays. No angel's harp such music hears, as when my shepherd speaks, as when my shepherd speaks. I know my sheep.
We won't go on now. Let's try the tenor and bass. That seemed to work pretty well as a way to learn it. Sing just the tenor and bass parts. I won't say anything more. Just try it. Without the words. It's too much to cope with all at once. A one and a tenors from the next to the bottom line, as when my shepherd, ba-dum, ba-be-da-tum, dee-rum, dee-da-ta-da-dee. And then basses come in this time as the tenor sing it. Da-dum, you with me? A one and a two. Da-rum, ba-be-dum, bum, da-rum, dee-ba-ta-da-dee. Get the feelings, da-rum, da-dee, da-da-da-dee, da-rum, da-dum. Let it out into the air and let it go. Okay, try the same thing with the words, everybody. Melody, tenor, bass. A one and a two.
My soul with joy attends, while Jesus silence prays. No angel's harp such music hears, as when my shepherd speaks, as when my shepherd speaks. I know my sheep he cries, my soul approves them well. They is the treacherous world's
very dancey. I'm finding it very hard to do just one verse of any of these. They're so short. They just take a few seconds to sing. It takes less than a minute to sing all of those verses. The first time that Jesus speaks in his ministry is at the wedding in Cana, where Mary says to him, there's not enough wine. And he says, that's not my business. And he learns very quickly that it is his business to respond wherever he is. Yeah.